Welcome back to Aether
Hello.
Eternius, Dark Side of the Foundry. Who would like to recap what happened last time? Any takers?
Uh,
I usually ask this due to the fact that I would like to see what you've remembered from the last session and just to see your side of the events. Because I already know what happened, of course, but it always helps to see how you guys saw it. As I hear Hallie shouting in the background. She okay?
I can give a recap if needed.
Go for it. I'd like to hear what you say.
So, last time we went to water.
Mhm.
We went to we ended up angering some locals and diving into a casino.
Mhm.
Said casino belonged to Greed,
Mhm.
who was our guest star last session. And Greed basically we I think we gave him conniptions as a group.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then we did get some help to get to Glacia's. However, we also saw Greed's red string wall. We also encountered she again.
Mhm.
We went to see Glacia. Things went well. I mean, none of us died
One of you got shot.
in the foot.
At least it
Um,
But we're
was
still
just the
alive.
foot.
and we learned about the fact that people are missing and people are forgetting about those missing people. And the
Mhm.
only thing that's remaining are records. We also learned that it's likely Frias's friend ticked off the Mages Guild because they are forgetting them and the documents are disappearing about them.
Mhm.
And that's apparently something that the Mages Guild does.
Mhm. In particular, the Archmagister.
Yes. Then we we started to leave. There was a little private conversation. But we started to leave and this is where it started to go into the off the clock, and we were talking about how we needed to find a place to recollect ourselves because some of us were in really bad straits. Yes.
Is everything okay back there, Chippy?
I think they're both stepped away.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
They have to do the parenting thing.
Hmm.
If need be for IS's sake, you could right click and mute whichever one's active so it isn't bleeding into the stream.
Mhm. Mhm. But go ahead.
Sorry, you go on.
No, go ahead, Jim, please.
And so and off the clock, they continued talking about how they needed to recollect themselves because, you know.
Mhm.
And at this point, things started going quiet like a certain time before, and they hear distant music.
Indeed. And let me get that music up for you right now. Everything around you has gone quiet, as you already all know. No one else is around you. There's no secretary. Greed and She are gone. The guards are even gone. But on the back of your minds, you hear a very familiar, distinct tune on the air. It's still quite far away, pay in mind. But this is a place you've all been before. The question is, what will you do now? Welcome back, by the way.
Chippy's back.
Welcome back.
Flix's player is currently turning on a show for the kids because they suckered her into watching something on the big screen TV.
Oh, lordy.
Oh, we'll need to let Eos know when Allie's back then, because
We can hear you guys. Anyway, what would you guys like to do now? Like I said, the lobby is completely empty. Only you guys are here.
Well, you wanted somewhere quiet to talk. This is the best place. No one around to hear.
except for, you know.
What, John? Please.
I don't know about you, but I don't necessarily want him hearing everything. But you are right. We should just get this over with.
You assume he doesn't already hear everything. Why else would we be here other than to find out what's going on?
Can you all give me a perception check, please?
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, everyone. Starting out great, guys.
She'll be back soon. Okay, we're hoping on Flix and Freyas here.
No, I think Freyas is the best so far.
Yeah. Oh, big time. And it wasn't a very high check either. God. Why? It was a 10. But,
Oh, actually, that would technically get a +5 as well because of observant.
God damn. Frias has all the eyes. But, as you guys are talking, Frias, you're used to keeping a lookout for everything, and considering the fact that you guys have been here before, immediately your eyes are turning to the corners, the shadows of the room. Indeed, they are growing, and growing darker. Frias
All right,
is the only one
everyone.
that sees this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, only Frias sees this.
All right, everyone. I think someone doesn't want us staying here for too long. They probably expect us soon. We should probably get moving.
Fine.
Let's get this over with.
Are you doing all right? And Various looks up to Rose.
I'll be fine. I have to be fine.
For whatever sake it is, Freyas will help Flix walk or whatever's needed.
Well, she healed his leg or healed his foot.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just wrapped up.
No, it was healed. She's a very skilled healer.
Okay.
But, as you guys begin to make your way out of the lobby, everything looks as it normally would. However, you notice that there is a slight tinge of red and blackness to the sky itself. This is normal, of course. You've seen this before when you were pulled into this realm. But in particular, I'd say... let me check your passive perceptions real quick.
Ha!
I know Tiberius wants it. I got a 9. Okay, Tip says see something. I know Frias will see it, because Frias is all-seeing. Flix will see it, okay.
Now, I do have a question. Did we level up?
No. No one's
Okay.
leveled up yet.
I couldn't remember, so I was like,
No
I
one's leveled up
forgot
yet.
to do something.
Okay, everyone except for Tibbs and Rose will see this. But as you guys begin to make your way out of the lobby, through the courtyard, and onto the street, Frias, Flex, and Various, you notice a few things out of the corner of your eye, particularly the street itself, several street corners, the creases in the gutters. There's some places that almost looks as if they've crumbled away and then opened up. They weren't there before. You could have swore it was a solid street, but there's a few holes here and there. They're very faint, very small, but they're still there. You guys are now standing kind of outside of the main gate to the penthouse. You didn't feel the twinge of the anti-magic barrier coming out because it doesn't seem to be active in this particular place that you've been pulled into. Everything looks the same, but you do distinctly notice that several fountains that are around the area aren't flowing, as if the water itself is frozen in time.
Well, what are y'all drawing your ears for? Let's go.
Are there cracks next to the holes in the street?
Yes. Yes, there are.
Okay, Frace will not approach a hole then. But if Tiberius wants to lead the way, Frace will follow.
Okay. And about Tibbs and Rose?
Tibbs is just walking off. He's going towards where he thinks he's supposed to be going. Flix is on the way back soon.
Okay.
Rose is following along with Various and Various.
Okay. And Tibbs, this is a familiar feeling now to you. You know there's an overbearing presence that's getting stronger in a certain direction. Your feet kind of carry you, in a way, without you exactly knowing where they're taking you. And eventually you do reach what looks to be a building. The front door is open, and a very familiar scene of a dull red light kind of emanates from inside of it. The door is open, but you can't see very well past the frame. All you see is the red light. The music is much louder here, though.
Hello!
No answer.
Oh, it's odd.
Odd? What do you mean by odd?
Generally, when I yell hello, someone yells back or tells me to shut my mouth. As none of you told me to shut my mouth, I was expecting some kind of reply.
Let's just press onwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes. Let's move. Flix is back.
Welcome back. Tiberius, you begin to walk forward. I don't know if anyone else decides to follow, but you see a familiar sight as the well-paved floor turns into more of a dirt and gravel. The walls begin to close in, forming a tunnel-like apparatus, and your vision is once again kind of covered in this dull red light that grows brighter as you continue down this ever-expanding hallway. This is a very familiar scene. You've been here before. But more importantly, you begin to breach past the light into a large, almost arena-looking setting with high-rise seats, ropes, various types of bridges, all kinds of little props here and there, hoops on the floor and the like. Basically, as if a circus show had just happened here, and no one's cleaned up just yet. You remember what this place was. You've all been here before.
Yeah.
Can we not see Yogg anywhere?
No, you do not see him. Tibbs, however,
Yep.
you do. As you turn around to look at the rest of the group, he is standing right behind all of you. And Tibbs is the only one that notices it.
Oh, hello.
Well, since you lot weren't about to come and see me of your own volition, I pulled you here myself. You now all know that he's right behind you.
He, Various sort of jerks for a moment.
I mean, hello.
Hi, Yogg.
I was expecting more of a rowdier hello, but I'll take what I can get. Now, I believe we all had an arrangement.
There was no arrangement made, except that we would get back to you with our answer.
Still an arrangement. And I said 24 hours. Though pay in mind that's the exact time for me, not so much as it is for you. He says as he kind of moves around from behind all of you to near Tiberius now.
I think we need a little more time. I got shot in the foot.
Oh, I know. I saw. I see everything.
He
It
looks.
hurts.
I'm sorry. Tiberius is going to look at Varys with a "told you."
I see everything, he says as he places his hands on Tiberius' shoulders as he's standing behind him.
Various raises a brow.
Being a little familiar, are we?
Regardless, I'm here to hear your decision on the matter. Do you accept my help or not? Because as it seems, you lot are in quite a pickle now, isn't it?
More of a conundrum, really.
Similar analogy.
What's a pickle?
It's a delicious little vegetable.
Why would we be in a vegetable?
No, I'm not a crazy elder god. Also, ow, my foot, it still hurts.
Oh, it will heal.
Yogg, sir, elder god, whatever moniker you want to use. I think the group as a whole has kind of had a bit too much on their mind to really pay attention to the problem at hand.
Like the foot that is in pain because it was shot by a madman.
I would like you all to give me a quick perception, actually.
Is Glacier in the back?
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
Just
Okay. Tibbs, you're more focused on the fact that you're being grabbed from behind by your shoulders by this extremely powerful, imposing figure. Rose, your head's been pounding, and you don't really seem to be focusing on anything else. Frias and Flix, as we're talking about this, you kind of give it a look around the group, but more importantly, you look at the stands, and you see that the stands are filled with a quivering mass of eyes, mouths, and writhing shadows that seem to be almost mirroring how the group is feeling. Some portions of it seem to be just in absolute chaos, while some a little bit more calm. Various in particular, with that 25 and that 20, you get a closer look at it, and you realize that it's not so much a writhing mass as that it's copies of you and your party members in this shadowy mob doing these things. Almost as if your minds are projecting into the stands itself. And it's almost creating a dull roar that just kind of barely comes to the back of your senses that you can hear. It's various words, yelling, moaning, crying. It's an absolute cacophony to try to decipher. It's a little nightmarish, suffice to say.
See,
You're not-
Tiberius just wants to point out ignorance is bliss.
You're not doing much to encourage us to trust you.
Well, I never asked for trust.
And what exactly would we get out of the deal with you? As
Yeah,
compared to what would you get out of this deal?
Right. You say you're not asking trust of us. What are you asking of us then?
Cooperation. As of right
Well-
now, I'm pretty sure you're ill-equipped to deal with your current struggle. Unless you have figured it out on your own. Perhaps there might be something I can do to make it so that you all... His hands begin to dig into Tiberius' shoulders a bit. Expire before your time.
Would you kindly let go of my friend?
It's a little tight there.
He doesn't, by the way.
It's alright, Various. I've got this. I've got him exactly where I want him.
He's holding him like a jealous ex-lover.
I would like to know what exactly you want from us as well.
As I stated, cooperation.
You're being very vague, and if you expect us to just go along with this because of...
And you so willingly went along with Leonard's vague plan, the demons and their vague plan. They never did help you, did they? You were in that temple all alone to deal with its horrors.
You know, he's got a bit of a point.
Though cooperation has no end date, they did not promise us having to come back. You
And I'm
have
not-
an open contract.
I never said that you had to come back after this little romp, one could say. Only if you choose to. Consider this a temporary bit. Unless you feel the need to continue it.
What sort of cooperation? Because that could mean anything from helping you pick something out at the market to helping you kill a king.
Here's the thing, little bunny. My...
Excuse me?
You heard me, little bunny. Myself and my comrades have a great stake in this place. We want to ensure that it keeps on running. As it is right now, it's more or less due to run itself into the ground. And that would not be advantageous for us after all. And considering the politics involved with the lords and, well, the stipulations for some, the fact that you lot have gotten more done than anyone else has in the recent weeks, of course I'd come to you for this particular proposition.
I have a counteroffer.
Hmm.
I know this cooperation is for the full group, but I have some personal happenings. Would there be any way I can get help with that if I cooperate?
Prius, this isn't wise.
Perhaps. I know what you're dealing with, Prius. I'm well aware of what you're dealing with. The question is, are you capable of handling the situation itself?
We've handled most of it to date. But a little bit of help wouldn't be too bad. Having an ace in the sleeve, so to speak. Isn't that right, Various?
You see Varius's nose is all crinkled as he's gritting his teeth.
But Tiberius has a point.
Does that mean Varius is happy?
Oh,
Or
You
that-
should be happy about it now.
Tiberius isn't happy either, but there he is smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
We're already trading. We're already in the realm of trading favors, aren't we? So just consider this: whatever favor that Yogg provides us would be a favor that we'd provide back. It has to be of the same volume. I wouldn't imagine that if he gave us a thimble full of tea, that he'd request us to murder a king and consider that some kind of fair trade.
Oh, murder's not on my table. Preservation is.
See? Good things. Preservation. Keep the whole place going. Isn't that what we're looking for?
Also, please let go of my shoulder. It hurts.
He will actually gently release his hold on you, Tibbs.
Freyas begins to walk over and will turn around to look at the rest of the group with Tiberius and Yogg.
Ooh.
The contract will probably write itself off, depending on how everything on my half goes. Hard to remember making one, if everything goes away.
And let's be honest, if things go awry, we won't be around to fulfill our bargain. Even Yogg here will probably forget about us. Wait, does that thing affect you, Yogg? The whole people disappearing and no one recollecting whom they were?
No, it does not. In fact, I know exactly what you're all up against. Tricky little thing it is. Dangerous as well.
See, Various, might not be a bad idea to dance with this serpent in order to kill a bigger one.
I trust
You
this.
do know snakes are poisonous, right?
Oh, he's quite there, yes.
And Yogg did state this could be temporary and we could just never come back.
Mm-hmm. And I am an elder god of my word, unlike one of my other compatriots who is not so much.
Which one would that be, just for future problems?
The one of many faces.
That doesn't quite narrow it down.
But his eyes are mostly focused on the rest of the group, Flix, Rose, and Darius.
Let's be honest, this isn't the stupidest thing we've done.
Yet.
Then we can live to regret it. Or we can die and not have to worry.
For sure, we die, we get stuck right back here.
We'll find that out if and when we expire. I like our odds.
You're not gonna poop, are you?
Well, with what you're in particularly up against, there is no coming back.
I think you all need to put into a perspective of what you're willing to lose.
So, out
Seeing
of character,
as-
who is up for stealing with Gumbo?
God damn it!
I'm saying, he's the main character for a reason.
God damn it!
I don't like this.
No one said you had to, Various. But sometimes, when someone offers an olive branch, even if it has thorns, perhaps it's best that you take it with a ginger hand and discard it when you're done with it.
Oh, I have to roll for something.
Oh. Got 20. I think you in that 20 though.
So Tiberius and Various are now going to be mentally linked for a little bit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He's activating one of those powers he didn't know he had. Because he's giving him that eye twitch like,
Oh, that's right. Various, can you give me an Arcana roll, I'd say? You feel something's off. You feel as if there's been a direct link between you and Tiberius that has just opened, just rather spontaneously. All the while, Yogg is smiling.
Various glances to Tiberius.
Sent you a message.
Freya will look over at Rose and be like, Rose, I know you've been having some mental issues as of late. I want to put this into a perspective. This is helping us toward getting rid of the guild. Even if the help is questionable, think of it this way. If we don't get this help, we could possibly be ruining existence for even such so yourself as everyone else here. A no strings deal may be very quizzical, but
I somehow doubt it's no strings.
Everything has its strings and stipulations, after all. No deal exists where no one side gains or loses. That is simply the nature of the universe itself. In order to give, you must take, and in order to take, you must give. Simple cosmic law.
You know, you say you have a stake in the plains here.
Mm-hmm.
And you make it sound almost still so dire, but yet you present us with this option, this choice for us to make. Almost as if in a way there's maybe more than one avenue to pursue towards our intended victory.
There is. I offer you a tool to continue forward, but it is not my say to force you into it. It is not my way, personally. For me, I value one thing over many other things, and that is choice. You can walk away. All of you could walk away right now. But then you would be on your own, with your own intuition, and whatever lies ahead of you. Or you can take my offer for some help. Or you can seek out another. That is your choice. I am simply putting my cards on the table in front of you.
and who else but an eldritch god to help? You've heard it. Not even Glacia is very willing to help.
He's also a jerk.
Glacia helps in his own unique ways.
Oh, he doesn't need his dick.
Oh, that's a lot of typing.
The louder the keyboard, the more the yelling.
Yes!
You have no idea right now.
How many monkeys and how many typewriters now?
I think we've hit 17.
Well, that's a new record.
Yes, I'm worth 17 monkeys. Wait. Oh. Just doing the mind thing back and forth here.
Mm-hmm.
Rose is going to turn to Various and will kneel down to Various's levels that they're both looking eye to eye.
You actually notice that Various is staring dead on at Tiberius with a very determined, maybe slightly angry glare, I'd say, Jen?
Slightly?
Very angry glare.
Where's the angry bunny picture?
Yeah, he's just staring at Tiberius, looking pissed. And he's not looking at you.
Various?
Inky bunny.
Ferris's eyes flick over to Rose, as if surprised that he's suddenly there.
You know what we talked about before, Various. I'm not gonna put you in a position you don't want to be in. That being said, it's...
Do you
Oh.
believe this is going to be a no strings attached deal then?
Rose slowly shakes their head. I learned a long time ago, there's no such thing as a free lunch. But whatever you and Flux decide on, we'll roll with it.
Rose and Various, give me perceptions real quick.
Various is being pulled in multiple directions at the moment.
Various, you see it. Yag is gone and is now right behind Various and Rose. And as you two are talking, he immediately comes in between you and says, "Oh, there are plenty of strings, I assure you." Between both of you. But at least, compared to some of my compatriots, again, I will be telling you what those strings are.
Then what are those strings? And Various is suddenly looking very, almost shell-shocked for a moment.
The tool I plan to give you has drawbacks, suffice to say. As is most things when they come in contact with an elder god such as I.
Out of character. You don't say!
As I told you, my end goal is to ensure that this place keeps on spinning. And the tool I would give you does come with some stipulations.
And
That
those are?
Well, there's a very high chance of losing one's mind, death, those sorts of things.
I'll take it.
Excuse you?
You're the smart one with the witty mouth. He's the smart one that doesn't shut up. He's the smart one that, I don't know, looks
can't-
stoic, and she's the smart one that scares the shit out of me. I'll take
I
it.
can't understand what Flix is saying.
Oh, were you muted?
No?
It just sounds like they're muffled.
Headphone has to be on.
Oh, is it all fucked up again?
Maybe. Give us a second. She's checking her mic.
Yeah, because it sounds like she's talking full of, with a
Hello?
mouthful of marshmallows.
Is it work now?
Much
You're better.
better.
Oh, yeah, that's freaking weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so, again, you're the smart one that doesn't shut the hell up and is sassy. He's the smart one that shuts up and is angry all the time. He's the smart one that's stoic, and she's the one that scares the shit out of me, so I'll take it.
Hmm.
Besides, unlike the rest of you, I can fly.
How does that then? What? What?
Oh,
I can go
flying.
up if I need to. You can't.
Flying won't help here.
Nothing helps here. This place is terrible.
Flix, are you sure?
Yes. My job to make sure you lot don't die.
Now, I would like to state this one absolute fact. Unless all of you agree to this, there will be no deal.
Just out of curiosity, the bad effects aren't only to the person wielding the item you're going to give, are they?
No.
Hmm.
That's why you all must understand the consequences.
I glare at Various.
Various glances to Rose.
But this tool will do one absolute truth in the matter. It will give you a fighting chance.
Rose.
Hmm.
It's up to you. I don't mean this to be rude, considering I was in the same situation, or a similar one, it seems. But you would likely be the most at risk at this particular point in time.
Also,
And what makes you think that?
If it's something that causes mental discomfort.
Mental discomfort is the least of your worries right now.
well, yeah, you say you know everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume that extends to
You,
what's been going through our minds.
you, everyone here, especially you, Rose. Though that's all because you're a primordial after all. It is my job after all. Or rather, my arrangement. I know all about you.
And I'm to assume that you being in possession of that knowledge is supposed to maybe tip my say-so one way or the other.
Of course. And what would that be?
Rose looks back over to Various. Various, whatever happens at this point here.
Now ES sounds like he's muffled. What the heck?
Hello?
There we go. There you are.
Okay.
Maybe it's Discord that's
Might be
causing
Discord,
the
yeah.
issue.
Weird. But Rose does look back over to Various, then says, whatever decision we make here, Various, let's not try to hold this too personally against each other. We can have time to worry about that when death isn't breathing down our necks.
Very well. I will go with the majority of the group.
Yogg claps his hands together before looking incredibly pleased. It's like, wonderful then! Then consider this a temporary contract between the lot of us. Now, he'll move kind of around all of you to some of the kind of toppled over circus instruments, hoops, steps, like kind of step ups and stuff like that. And with a wave of his hand, several of them vanish before a box appears in its place, kind of rising from the sand and gravel of the circus arena floor. What you're up against is no ordinary foe. It is a single foe, I will say that now, but one that can be in numerous places, anywhere it wants to be. Sometimes not. But there is one particular tool that allows you to counter it, so to say. Not perfectly, but it's functional, he says as he opens up the box, takes out a jewelry box, and we'll hold it out to all of you.
And what exactly will that do?
He's just holding it out to you.
Freya will approach and look inside.
As you open it, Freya, it's a music box. It has I wouldn't say good tune. It's a single note over and over again. But in particular, there's a mirror on the inside of the lid.
Most unsettling. I'm guessing this would be your weapon?
Indeed. This little trinket of mine has a few uses. The sound it makes, as well as what's on the inside. Whenever you're in doubt in a situation, open it, and perhaps the situation will become clearer. Don't lose it.
She will close the lid and gingerly take it if they allow.
Yep. He does not stop you from taking it. You've acquired a strange mirrored music box. And I would like to say this, I would like to make sure that you keep tabs on who is holding it. This will be important.
So Freya currently has a box then.
Yes.
In the backpack.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Freya has a box.
So let me go ahead and I also got to bring up something else. Okay. Box is currently on Freya's. Cool. Now, I believe you all have some detective work to do. Remember, when in doubt, open it. And to begin to step away from the group as you feel the shadows around all of you begin to start closing in. Yogg vanishes, the arena vanishes, and suddenly all of you vanish. In the blink of an eye, you're all once again back inside of the lobby of Glacia's penthouse.
Now have Reed and she left.
No, they're still there by the elevator. In fact, it's almost as if no time at all has passed. I need to go get the music, sorry. This one. In fact, they're just kind of standing, looking a little perplexed at you.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad, was it?
For the most part, it seems as though Greed and she were talking. And Greed doesn't say much to you as he passes you by and begins to head out to the cart that he had originally brought you here with. Jen, I'm gonna whisper you something.
Well, someone mentioned finding somewhere to go and collect our thoughts, I believe it was worded.
Yeah, that was the intention. question is where exactly? I know we did talk about. I know she was gonna head back to my place to alert Belua. Of course, the question is that. Sorry.
She starts to raise a hand but falls quiet again.
Of course, the question is that considering everything that's going on here right now, do the rest of us want to chance having to come out of this plane and coming back in? Or do we find somewhere local around here and at least that way we can still keep tabs in the area in the meantime?
I think time is of the essence, and we need to go down into the sewers as soon as possible, and not dilly-dally and drag our ears.
As well as the fact that the barrier around here seems questionable at best. I think the least passes through, the better.
You hear she speak up very quietly. You said your home was in the fire district of?
Yeah, over in the Foundry.
I'll head there, and you can likely find me and pets, most likely in fire. But my friend had some business that he needed to attend to.
Yeah, once you find my place there, just look or call for Belua. Can't miss them. Big, white, furry, big wings and fangs. If they give you any guff, tell them Various sent you. They'll understand.
Belly won't bother them.
Or that too.
She nods and quickly hurries off.
Don't forget, the two are not supposed to be in the same room. One likes fruit, one likes meat.
Yes, Dungeon Mom.
She just gives two firm pats on the top of Tiberius's head.
And with that, we're left alone in the lobby. There's a secretary kind of scribbling away at things. There's guards at the front kind of watching as she passes by. Greed has already left, leaving the five of you now in the lobby.
Alright, if we are gonna make a beeline for the sewers, where would be the first place we'd look to find access?
Well, he did say that there was access in his tower to the sewers, so I'm guessing ask that thing over there, and they'll tell us.
Fair enough. Rose is going to approach the secretary's desk.
And the secretary is a water primordial. They kind of have the short cut hair that seems to almost pool around their ears and the base of their neck. They're well dressed, but they seem to be busy with some paperwork before they kind of look up at you and say, yes?
Yeah, we had a little business meeting with Glacia earlier, and he told us that there were some fun times to be had down below, and well, a couple of my friends here, at least one of them has some scratch on them, so we were wondering how would we get down there enjoying the fun.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of subway systems and stairwells that you can find around the city.
Would you be so kind as to point out where the closest one of these is to here?
Do you have a map on hand?
I think Tibbs has the map. Rose looks
Will you
back.
learn that your actions have consequences?
Rose is going to look back to Tiberius. Tiberius,
Yes.
you know, that map, that folded piece of paper that we got earlier. Would you kindly drag that out, please?
I would, but I don't have it, so must have slipped out of my pocket when I was walking here.
Then I'm afraid you're on your own.
Of course, of course.
Madam, perhaps we could offer you some kind of incentive to assist us?
And the primordial just kind of stares blankly at you, Tiberius. No.
Okay, well, this went about as well as I thought. Thank you for your time. And thanks, Tiberius.
How was I supposed to know it was important? It was a simple map.
Maps
And
tend
you
to
kind of
be...
hear this. Give me a perception. Who is ever at the secretary's desk?
Well, that'd be me at least.
Okay. Okay. Tiberius is just kind of rambling. Rose, you kind of hear grumble from the secretary. It's like, oh, it's almost as if like being in a big city and having a map is a good idea. And you do hear them mumble about something about ignorant outsider.
Okay, well, look, she said that should be maybe some stairwells. Maybe there's apparently some kind of transportation system. We'll start looking for one of those and just find whatever leads down.
They mentioned a subway. That would probably be a better bet. I'm sure there's must be some notation around here.
Are they still inside the lobby? Are we still inside the lobby, or did we step outside yet?
You guys are still inside the lobby.
All right. Well, let's head out. Maybe we can find a sign somewhere. Rose is gonna start stepping outside, and
Okay.
it's gonna see if there's any signs, even the Rim Primordial, to point to any sort of like transportation hubs or anything that would look like points towards us, like a subway.
I'd say not in particular a subway. There is the general road signs, of course. Several buildings around you, but nothing pertaining to a subway. I'm actually going to bring you back to the suburbs map. You are now at the very top.
Yay!
Can we see any manhole covers?
There's a few every now and then.
Oh god. How sealed do they look?
Depends on how close you get.
Actually, let me check my inventory real quick before I even continue this, because I may be remembering a different character's inventory. Ah, nope, never mind. Not doing that plan. I forgot my Kenku has 2 crowbars.
It's for that Gordon Freeman dual wield build.
Rose and Phineas, as you leave the building onto the sidewalk, where's everyone else? Are you guys trudging along?
Yep.
Tiberius is following behind. giving glares at Various.
Flex?
He's fake limping.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna move you guys to the side of the road. Increase the radius so you guys can see.
Various is sort of seems to be trying to get something out.
I think we need a few more of those samosas. If
Let's
we're going to
road-
go into the sewers, we have to make sure we're fed.
Do I even have any samosas left?
Give me a 1d20. You have one left.
Rose jiggles
Dang,
the
I thought Tibbs was a rabbit, not a pig.
Rose
I meant for Various.
There were 5 in the beginning.
Is the samosa held out?
Rose will hold out the lone remaining samosa.
It's overcooked by this point. So the outside dumpling shell's gotten kind of dried out and crunchy. There's some burnt ends to it.
There's something important.
What's important?
So we're part of why we're going down below is obviously for the ring. It's
Your friend that's trapped in there.
yes. There's something that may have to be done to enact what is needed to release them.
Well,
A
don't
ritual
leave us in
circle.
suspense.
It's
Come
probably
on,
just
Various.
a ritual circle. Do we need to sacrifice some kind of, I don't know, bird?
I need you all to make me a wisdom save.
Oh. That's +7.
Really? Really?
I has no wisdom.
How do you think I feel?
Frias, Rose, Tibbs, you could have swore you felt something on the edge of your subconscious. Flex and Various, you guys begin walking, unprompted, and you can't stop yourselves. You begin walking down this alleyway.
Where
Oh,
are
that's
you
Tibbs.
going?
That's Tibbs, not Various. You begin walking, and you can't stop yourself.
Question, Nova, is it a charm?
No.
Okay.
Where are you
What?
two going?
Guess we're going this way.
I can't
Various.
stop.
Yep. And they keep walking. You cannot stop. Neither of them can stop themselves.
Rose is
Help.
gonna grab one of the flicks.
And he keeps walking, even though you grab him.
Flicks, what has you so enamored about down here?
It's not me this time.
Freys will keep a lookout for anything possibly leading
It's a-
underground, as well as on
No.
the walks.
Wait, if it's not you, wait, they can't be charmed. What the hell are you talking about?
And they
I
continue
can't
moving.
stop.
Wow, this has certainly
Too much
become
moving. Go sit
this has
down.
certainly become some kind of interesting dilemma. I say we see where this leads.
They continue moving. Are
Can
you doing
Truffles-
anything to stop them? Are you doing
Right.
anything to stop them?
So far, no.
Is there anything ahead of them that's obvious?
No. Not that you can see. They continue walking.
I'm going to try and cast Dispel magic on Various.
Okay.
Does it do anything, or
Nope. They continue walking. It doesn't do anything.
Once
Well,
there's
not magical.
danger, Freya's will try to stop them, but for now, she's just observing.
Up ahead is a fountain. They're walking toward the fountain.
Various, are you going to go
Continue
back?
further. You will not be able to follow them.
If I like the moment that Rose starts to see Flix going in the water, it's gonna actually try to grab on and dig their heels in, and it's gonna start trying to force Flix to backpedal.
Give me a strength check, please.
Oh goody.
Freya's will try to stop Various then.
I need your strength check as well. You can't stop Various. You're able to stop Flix. You're able to hold them back.
Okay.
Various is a strong bun.
Tibbs is going to step in front of Various, seeing that he can't stop, and is going to use some sorcery points to refresh his level 4 spell and do Dimension Door, pulling them back to where Truffles is.
Okay, go ahead.
It's that low center of gravity, I tell you.
And even though you come to the door, he continues walking again.
Okay. At that point, he's going to try and stop him.
Strength check, please.
Not stop
Oh
him.
boy, this is gonna be cool.
Yeah, and Rose, as you're holding Flix, he's still trying to break out of your grasp and keep moving.
Flix, it would be real helpful if you would give me some inkling of what the hell's going on here.
I don't know what it is,
At least Rose is manhandling.
but he's holding. So
You're able to
yay!
barely. You're
Well,
barely to hold. You're able to barely hold Various, but he's
I hope
still
this never ends.
continuing to try to walk.
Question.
Go ahead.
Are they doing anything with their hands? Like, are they trying to assist walking forward with their hands, or is Flix
No,
trying to break
it's almost
out?
it's almost as if their body is moving on its own. They're not. They can't stop themselves, so their arms aren't doing anything. It's almost as if they're walking or trying to keep walking.
So say if Freya's were to take some of their rope and try to tie up Flix's legs.
You can try.
Definitely gonna try.
Like Rose right now basically has their arms hooked under Flix's like armpits, so almost like trying to like do a curl to hold Flix in place.
I'm going to need a sleight of hand from Frias, and I'm going to need another set of strength checks from Tibbs and Rose.
Tibbs is going to use Alter Self to grow talons and spines that he can dig into the ground
Okay.
to act as a
Frias,
kind of anchor.
he's moving too much. You can't get a hold on him. Rose, you're able to keep him in there, but it's almost as if his body's trying to break out.
Can Freya see anything in or beyond?
No. You see nothing.
I don't know what's going on.
Can you cast magic, you fool?
No. In fact, Darius, the only thing that you seem to be able to do is walk forward. And Tiberius loses his hold on you, and you continue forward. Against your will.
The music box.
Freya's will hear that and produce the music box.
What do you do with it?
She was never given instructions, so the most she does is just open it.
As you open it, a small tune begins to echo through the area. Flix, you suddenly lose the urge to keep walking and stop. Various, the tune reaches your ears and you stop. Freya's, as you look at this happening, you look back down to the music box. You see the fountain behind you through the mirror in the back of the box. something is looking at you through it. It looks like a gaping human face with its jaw unhinged, and it finally sinks back into the water.
Okay,
Are
are
the
we
twins? What just happened?
I don't know.
okay? Are squirmy Fey times over now?
Do you continue to look into the mirror, or do you close the box?
She's going to use the mirror to scan the fountain one last time.
Something was there. You see traces of something. More importantly, you see a gaping hole in the bottom of the fountain.
Does it look like the hole from when Yogg pulled us in?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to keep the box open for now and...
Are you looking
Flick?
away from the mirror?
Nope. She's continuing to look into the mirror, and she
Good.
will instruct Rose and Flicks. Everyone start heading back down the alley. There's something unseen in the fountain.
All right, are we good now, Flix? Please, I'd like to use my arms again.
Oh no, I might have to keep walking.
But that tune continues to permeate through the air. It's just a low droning single note. Ding, ding, ding.
Rose is going to gradually let Flix go.
Damn it.
Please get Flicks away from the fountain. There's something that is obviously trying to pull them in.
All right, let's go.
What did you?
What do you mean? What did I?
No, what did you see? Was there?
None of you saw anything.
Frace is continuing to hold the box almost directly in front of her, so Various can't even see Frace's face right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone else noticed, but before our little visit to Yogg, did you notice any strange, say, holes in the road?
No.
Well then, this is going to be rather difficult to explain. I think something is... Either Yogg might be trying to test us with something, or something from wherever he's from is trying to break free. And is, well, as we saw with Flix and Various, trying to get something towards it.
And the magical box just prevented Various and Flix from going for a premature swim. See? Trusting him seems like a good plan.
Well, if it is something that's of Yogg's ilk, then figures why they would go for the deal is that we gotta deal with this mess.
Yes, but I still advise, Flix, please join the rest of the group down the alley. I do not trust closing this box until we're a good distance away.
Alright, let's go back to the main road.
And the tune continues, that low, droning, single note. You don't see anything more in the mirror, Freya, but that hole is still there. It has not gone away. In fact, as you begin kind of turning the mirror, keeping your eyes on it, you notice that there's more of them, smaller cracks here and there along buildings, walkways. They're everywhere.
Phrase is going to take a few steps away from the fountain before turning around and seeing if there's any. Doing this rather quickly, seeing if there's any holes within this alleyway here.
Several, actually. Along
anyone-
buildings.
Is anyone standing on the holes, or have we possibly walked over one?
You've walked over several. Smaller holes in general, but nothing more. And hold on, I gotta go say something.
Oh.
You didn't want to trust Yogg.
Meh.
He's not evil. He's advanced.
He is so evil.
Can we at least
Okay.
can we all at least get back into the light, please?
Yes, yes.
Freya's will stop a bit away from the group before tapping Tibbs and being like,
Would it be okay if we either take our break right now because I gotta go run out and grab something for dinner?
Yep.
Alrighty.
oh,
That's
yeah.
fine.
So I apologize for this when we reached an interesting moment, but I have to go do this because my mom is still not feeling well after her second shot, so I gotta go do it.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
I'll be right back.
Supernova.
So
Bye-bye.
how long you figure?
I
Oh,
think
dang,
they're already gone.
Oh.
Zip zoom.
Alright.
I'd say just put up the regular 15.
Alright, yeah. We'll be back in 15 and go from there.